They're gonna cancel me. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am Amoy, and today I have an answer to a question that I get asked quite a bit. And that question is, what is it like as a black woman dating a white man or married to a white man? Let's talk about it. I have made this video and deleted this video many times because it is quite controversial in the fact that I am not American. So my experiences with dating outside of my ethnic background is a little different because I'm from Jamaica, which means there are all sorts of people in Jamaica, but we're not considered anything besides Jamaicans. So I've dated Turkish men, I've dated Japanese men, and I've also dated Russian men, and I met all those people in Jamaica. So my husband was no different from me, but being in America definitely changed that, and I'd like to tell you how. One of the main things that I would love for people to understand is where I am from, I am the majority. I relate to my husband the same way that he would relate to another white person. And that sounds a little ignorant, but let me explain. We are both the majority in our respective countries. So there are certain things that I just cannot relate to with another black person. Like, for example, I don't get nervous when I get pulled over by the police. And don't get me wrong now, because my husband is very much pro-black, as am I, but I don't necessarily fit into the culture. Do I get funny stares from people on the road? Not really. Or maybe I do, but I just don't recognize it or realize it because I don't come into or go out into the world the same way an American would with the same traumas. I don't have those traumas because I never experienced it. I don't know what it's like to not be able to do something because of the color of my skin. So no, I would say no, but I don't, but that's mainly because I'm not programmed to notice it, if that makes any sense. Snowflake, sit down now. What I do get a lot, however, is this question: what is it like dating a white man? And it's usually coming from black women. Black women are usually the ones asking, you know, what is it like? How do they treat you? And a lot of the times it's coming from them not being satisfied in their relationships, or they're curious because they've only dated black men and they haven't been treated fairly well. And I'm a little spoiled. Lord Jesus Christ, they're gonna cancel me. I'm not even have no subscriber. You know what I realize? I feel like Americans, like black people and white people in America, they have this trauma bond.
Don't change, oh, you're free.
They have this thing that I am just not a part of, and somehow I'm excluded whenever, you know, these topics of conversation come up because I can't relate.
I need 2 volunteers. Me. I'll pick you and you. And Nat.
I've worked in the hotel industry and I've never had bad experiences with white people. Another thing that I wanted to mention was when I first got to America, the first people to reject me as black were black people. So there were black women and even Hispanic women who told me that I was not black because I didn't talk like them, I didn't behave like them, I didn't fit into the culture. Being black is a culture, and I just did not fit in. I met black men who told me straight to my face that they didn't date black women, and that in itself is a conversation for another day, because to this day I still don't understand that. I don't get it at all. And don't get me wrong, there's colorism in Jamaica, but colorism is one thing, but being told by somebody who looks like you that they don't date people who look like you, That was, I don't even know if that's a culture shock or just a shock or electric chair shock or a shock. It was just strange. It was weird. I had never experienced anything like that before, where someone did not want to associate with me solely based on the fact that I was dark skinned, based off of something that I could not control. And that person who was saying it also looked like me. That was weird.
What if I were to tell you that you are an African American?
Sir, listen, I'm gonna make this clear. I'm in no way, shape, or form involved in any negative.
It was also black men who fetishized me the most, meaning whenever we went out, because I did date a couple, and whenever we went out, they made it their duty almost to tell everyone there that I was Jamaican. Yeah, she's not American, this one's different. You know, I didn't understand. I really did not understand why until now. But these stories are from years ago, like a long time. I've been in the country now for 10 years. But it was them. They were the ones who wanted to make it known that I was not American, that I was from Jamaica and I was foreign. Like, the racism thing is weird because even in Japan, there are people who talk about it, and I experienced it one time where I was on the train and the man didn't like my hair, but that's really about it. I don't really experience racism, and it seems something, but I'm laughing because I'm nervous. I remember this one lady told me, it's because of women like you why black love is dead, and I'm like, what? Those experiences were far and few between, but but it was strange because I remember distinctly that it was black men who didn't want me. You know what I mean? They didn't want me. I was 100% open to dating them because, like I said before, I don't see people based off of the color of their skin. I only know people based off of how they treat you because of where I am coming from, especially working in the hotel industry and being exposed to all sorts of people from all walks of life and dating them. All white men aren't created equally, and there are some white men who are just out there to experiment. So I think the only advice that I would give a black woman trying to date a white man is make sure that you're not his first, because you don't want to be the guinea pig. You don't want to be the person he's doing because he's never been with a black girl before. You don't want that guy.
I've never done anything like this before.
Also, pay attention to the little things, the subtle things that he does as it pertains to you. Like if he makes fun of you when you're wearing your bonnet, or if he says things like, I like you when your hair is straight, or if you get upset at something and he mocks the way you talk or express yourself. You want to pay attention to those things because those white men, they do more harm than good, and you don't want to be in that situation, because what happens is you find yourself disliking who you are because you are not fully accepted in that relationship. You don't want that. It all comes down to being happy. And if you're happy, it really doesn't matter what the color of a person's skin is. However, if you're going to be in an intercultural, interracial situation, you want to make sure that you pay close attention to the way you are treated, handled, and represented. Most importantly, make sure that you are represented by this individual. In my house, it's my husband likes to say, do good when no one's watching. Make sure that person has your back even if you're not in the room, and make sure that you're having really good sex, because what's the point? I stress out. Worry less about looks because they fade, and there is nothing that you or he can do about the color of your skins. I mean, you want to make sure that both of you have the same goals, the same outlook, and you're going in the same direction. Race is a silly thing, and I think it just came from, insecure people wanting to feel better about themselves, so they had to put a whole group of people down in order to do that. So just be happy, and live good and treat each other with respect and have beautiful babies. Have real good sex. Bye. If you like this content, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, jump, dance, and skip. If you want, like what I got going on over here, you know what to do. Smash whatever you need to smash. Just don't smash the things in your house, because that costs money. Bye.